everyone. Welcome to an isolation version of Valley Form as we head into Saturday's Stakes Class race meeting. By popular demand, one of our most favourite members of the team is back. Tommy, the resident rain man from Ladbrokes, welcome to you.
Benny, it's great to be back, even if it is over the internet. Very excited for Saturday's meeting. There's a hint of spring in the air. Cannot wait for this really good race day on Saturday.
Certainly is, Tommy. Track, as time of recording, is a soft 6 at the moment with a little bit of rain forecast, so I wouldn't be surprised if we get into that heavy range. Rail goes into the 5 metre position for racing on Saturday. Our job, Tommy, is to try and land the Quaddie, and we start with what a pretty good version I thought of the McMahon's Dairy Mackenzie Stakes, and the horse I'm going with is El Dorado from the Busselton stable. Here we see at Flemington running second to Cherry Tortoni. I think that's good form for a race like this. Prior to going to Flemington, it also beat Alcyone on debut at Ballarat. I think all those form lines tie up well. It's back to 1,200 metres, but been fresh, and I think a good spring lies ahead, and I think it can pick off the Mackenzie Stakes in its wake. That's the way I'm going in the feature. I'm also putting 1 hard land in 4 Flying Award, and 8 Loca wasn't a bad debut winner for the Hawks stable recently for the Quaddie.
Race 7 is the 4 Pines Refreshing Ale Handicap, Benny. And so the market suggests it's a race in 2 here between Windstorm and Bank Warrior. I think that is just definitely the case. I'd rather be on Bank Warrior here at the current price. Didn't win a race during the autumn, but had form around the likes of Alabama Express, Microphone, then went on to run a really good 5th in the Newmarket Handicap, which is really good form for a race of this quality. Has drawn wide, but does have a bit of early speed here. So I think Damien Oliver will ride it aggressively, try to come across and take up a forward position here. Windstorm's the obvious danger. It is an odds-on favourite with Ladbrokes. Has to be included in the Quaddie. So in the Quaddie, I'm going number 2, Snitzcraft. I think can run a race at big odds. Number 6, Bank Warrior, and number 7, Windstorm.
Taking on Pikey, Tommy, for all of his followers from his get out of trouble last week at Caulfield. We move on to the Firante at Sunstud Carline Stakes, and I think this is quite a good race. It will be weather dependent, obviously, when Jungle Edge heads the weights in a race. It's always going to be weather dependent. I think he will get conditions to suit. We're just going to have to monitor Brooklyn Hustle down the bottom, of course, Alpha Oro coming out. So I've landed on Brooklyn Hustle. I'm not sure if they're going to contest on a really heavy track, so monitor that. But speaking to Jason Warren yesterday, they've got some pretty lofty goals with Brooklyn Hustle around the likes of Moyers and Manicados. I can understand why. Her record at the Valley is sublime, having gone 2 from 2. Her win first up was clearly dominant, and the stable suggesting she'll improve off that. I think Brooklyn Hustle is the class horse in the race. It would be naive of me to leave out Jungle Edge, so he, of course, goes into the Quaddie. I think Great Again is racing well for the Smith stable. Hummer is also jumped out really well for the McArdle team. Plenty of respect there first up. And Witherspoon is a speedy horse from Sydney. We know it's going to handle the wet track.
Final race of the day, Benny, is the Ladbrokes Back Yourself Handicap. I think it's an interesting way to finish the day here. Pretty keen on Order of the Garter. Returned to the races with a really good effort at Flemington last start. I think it should take good improvement from that run. Now, the horse that has drawn a little bit sticky, but it has shown tactical versatility during its career to date, and it's got the benefit of Damien Oliver in the saddle, who I think will give it a lovely run. I think the main danger here and a bit of value here is Al Galul, which is a genuine value special. So we saw it win in impressive fashion last start. So pretty keen on those two. Also going a little bit wider in the Quaddie here, Benny, like number 1, Young Rascal, number 3, Order of the Garter, number 4, Al Ghul, number 5, W, and number 9, Shabao.
No surprise, I'm with you in the last there, Tommy, with the Williams runner, Order of the Garter. We've covered off the Quaddie legs now. Let's get to your best bet of the day. This is where the punters get the pen and paper out. Who do you like across the entire 9-race card?
Well, I'm a bit against you in the Mackenzie Stakes here, Benny. I'm quite keen on the top weight, number 6, race 6, number 1, Hard Landing. Really liked the way it won last start at the Valley, and it gave me the impression that it'll be better over the 1,200 metres. I think it's a really progressive horse that can work its way through the grades here during the spring and really kick off a big campaign with a win in the Mackenzie Stakes.